Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are we doing today? I hope we're doing well. Let's just move back a bit. How are we doing? I hope we're doing well. Welcome to another episode of Mental Health Awareness. I'm committed to showing up every day this week to talk about anxiety, which is the theme for Mental Health Awareness this week. So, we started this conversation on Monday. We had a chat yesterday, and today is Wednesday, and I'm so excited to be here again in front of you. Today is going to be very quick. I'm hoping that you will join me in this conversation. I'm hoping that you would get involved in this talk, and you will find a way, create a way that will work for you, that fits your lifestyle, that is achievable, that is doable. And allow me to use the word that is simple, or perhaps use the word unique to you, that would help you resolve anxiety. We've been talking about anxiety and say that anxiety can be mild or severe, and that anxiety happens to us all. In our daily living, in our daily life, there's a little bit of anxiety that we experience. And an example of that is going for an interview, the butterfly feelings you feel inside, or perhaps speaking on the stage, that moment whereby it feels like you want to start trembling, you want to start shaking, or your voice is beginning to go wobbly. Yes, at that point in time, those are healthy. I like to call them healthy because it lets you know, for example, that you're human. But we all know that all this can be managed and can be handled with good preparation. So there's a certain level of anxiety that is good, that is healthy for us to abide by. When it starts going to severe, that is when you begin to need help. You want to take care of yourself. You want to put yourself first and make sure that you seek the help that you deserve. And help is available. On Monday, I shared some support systems that are available in the UK that help with anxiety. But it's very, very important that you know that there is help available and that you don't have to do this all by yourself. So for today, I thought I'd share. Hello, La La Land Fabric. Good evening. Welcome to you. Hope you're doing well. What part of the world are you joining me? I'm talking about mental health. This week is Mental Health Awareness Week, and we are looking at the topic anxiety. If you look through my page, you will see that we've been having this conversation since Monday. So today's Wednesday, and I had a guest on Monday, I had a guest on Wednesday, and today is just me. I have a guest tomorrow and a guest on Friday, and also for the weekend. So for today, what I quickly want to share with you is lifestyle and home remedies for anxiety. So if you are suffering from anxiety, I'll share real life example and real life scenarios using myself as an example. Anxiety presents itself for me in having headache. I literally do not have headache. The moment I start having headache on the side like this, it feels like my head is expanding. The moment I start having that feeling or that sensation, I know that I am moving from mild to severe and I need to take things slow. So how do I take things slow? How do I make sure that it doesn't become severe? Because it can go very, very bad very quickly. Some symptoms, some manifestations of anxiety could be panic attack, palpitations, your heart beat going very, very fast. Some people use the toilet, body pains, muscle aches. It's just a lot, stress in terms of different ways in which it presents itself. Very angry about everything just because. And how do you know that you are anxious? How do you know that I'm dealing with anxiety? In case you're saying to me, Toks, I hear what you're saying, but how do I know? Very, very simple technique or very, very simple process that I say. The moment that your everyday living is being affected, that you cannot function normally the way you normally do, because we are creatures of habit. You wake up in the morning, there are certain things you do. Throughout the day, there are certain things that you normally and typically would do. The moment you can't function in all those capacity because you are scared to go out, for example, which is another example or symptoms of anxiety. You are too concerned about what everybody and anyone is saying. Your heart is beating very, very fast. You're doubting yourself all the time. You feel like you're no good, you're useless, you're not good at anything. It's a lot of things start creeping in because it opens the door to low self-esteem, low self-worth. Confidence will start going down as well. And you are stressed, you are tired, you are overwhelmed, you're tired of everything. You're tired is tired. Your day-to-day, you cannot function properly. You are on ease. Fear and worry is beginning to creep in. You are afraid about everything and anything. Things that normally you shouldn't spend more than a second, 2 seconds to think about, and it's gone. And you're like, this is what I'll do. You are there brooding, meditating, building a castle on that matter. Then you know that your mental health is being affected and you need to seek help. You need to find a way to move yourself from that severe back to mild. Back to a place whereby you are in control. And so today I thought I'd quickly just share some lifestyle and home remedies. I have my lovely laptop here, always helping me out. So in case you're wondering why I'm looking down all the time, that's what I'm doing. So number one is to keep physically active. So exercise. Any form of activity that will keep you active, I would recommend that you look into it. Develop a routine that you are physically active most days of the week. So I tend to, in my house that I live, there is a staircase. So sometimes I intentionally, I could call my boys to say, could you bring this for me from upstairs or whatever. But sometimes I would just go up and down and just climb up the stairs. I do 50 squats a day as part of my exercise of keeping fit. Sometimes I walk very, very fast. When I'm walking to the train station, back and forth, just to keep myself active. So those are examples of things. And you need to start slowly. So I'm not asking you to go and run a marathon now. Start from where you are and build up gradually. That is the key thing. It is discipline in the doing. So start. If it's 10 squats you can do, start with 10 squats. When I started March, because I used to be the queen of squats. Trust me, I know how to do squats. We used to do like 100 squats, but it's been a long time. But as part of healthy living and wanting to look good, feel good, I said I would join the Great Almond Street Hospital. They were having a 50 days per day squat challenge. So I said, that's a good reason that would encourage me to go back to squat, because I find squatting very, very easy to do. Some people can't do it, but I did find it easy. When I started May 1st, I think it was late when I was going to do it. So I started on May 2nd. I was doing 10 and I was panting like, Lord have mercy. Can I put it to you that as at day before yesterday, not yesterday, I'm able to do 50 at one go. As in you start 1, 2, because it is in the consistency. If I gave up on the 2nd of May, I probably will not be able to do 50 all at once. I probably should do a video of me doing my squat, shouldn't I? Okay, that's food for thought. So there you go. So keep active. That's number 1. Number 2, avoid alcohol. Avoid alcohol and recreational drugs. Yes, I said it. So avoid it. You know what I just said? Avoid it. You do not need it in your system. If you are dealing or you suspect that you are beginning to get anxious and anxiety is creeping in, you don't want that. This substance can cause, or worsen anxiety. If you can quit on your own, please do. If you need to get help, join a support group, a doctor, please do that. Do what you need to do for yourself. Like I said, when you're tired, you do everything that you need to do to make sure that your mental health is sorted. Number 3 is discuss your concerns. So for example, there was a phase in my life whereby childcare was a major thing. Not that it's not now, but there are different levels of childcare issues, levels depending on the ages of your children. My eldest is 15 right now. It's going to be 15 this year. And so you can imagine what I'm talking about. And my youngest is 2. So different level of childcare help that I needed. And so there are some phases whereby I was like, Lord, I cast my care. Literally, I had to get to that point. But before then, it wasn't like that for me. I was like, I would sit down and brood and think, what am I going to do? What job am I going to do? And then I said to myself, because of the kind of person I am, doing this is not going to get me results. Let's do something that will get me better results. So I started writing out exactly what I wanted, the picture that I wanted. I created a vision for my life. I wrote down the kind of job I wanted. I wanted it to be, for example, let's just give an example. 30 minutes distance from the house. I wanted it to be flexible so that it allows me to still be a mom to my children, pick up my children, drop off my children, or be flexible enough that if I needed to leave or work from home, that it would give me that opportunity. So I began to write all of that, and I began to say that childcare is easy for me. Parenting is easy for me. I began to say my life is basically, I began to create exactly the world that I wanted to live in. Needless to say that I'm enjoying the time of my life right now. I'm so grateful because everything I have said have come to pass. And not only that, right now, if anything happens, that wants to shake me, we're talking about discuss your concern. If anything happens, so I'll give a very good example. Last year, am I saying the right thing now? Is it last year? Yeah, the year before. Oh my gosh, how time has flown. The year before December, I had an accident that I couldn't work for about 3 months. And in those 3 months, I did not have a job. Yes, I didn't have. So I was at home and I was literally in the living room because I couldn't climb it. Like I said, my how do you say it now? My knee was affected. So I couldn't move, so I had to stay in one place. Even going to the toilet was like, Lord have mercy. I'm saying that in that time, I could have worried myself to the extent that I will have a nervous breakdown, but I did not. I chose that time to do things that I never would have been able to do. I thought that was my moment of holiday, a moment of stillness. So I looked at praying, I looked at reading the Bible, I looked at writing, I looked at meditating. I just ventured into other things, other areas. In fact, it was at that point in time that I ventured into care services, helping people who wanted to come to the UK, showing them a pathway, for them to have an entry into the UK. I don't do that anymore just to say so that nobody starts sending me messages right now. But I'm telling you that in every issue, I found a way to win. In fact, sometimes when there are issues, what I tend to do, another thing I tend to do is to go and sleep. Literally, physically sleep. That's what I mean. I go to the bed and I sleep. By the time I wake up, I feel refreshed. My brain is thanking me and I can think, I can focus as well. So, number 1, keep physically fit. Number 2, avoid alcohol and recreational drugs. Number 3, quit smoking. Number 4, discuss your concern. Number 5, use stress management and relaxation technique. You say, Toks, that's a lot of word. I know. So think about visualization, think about meditation, think about yoga. These are examples of relaxation techniques that can ease anxiety. Awesome. Now, another one is learn to relax. I already said that already. Tell yourself it's time to relax. Now I've got to the phase of my life. Before now, can I say to you that I struggled to sleep? I didn't think I had insomnia, but I couldn't sleep. Literally, I'm up till 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll just have a quick 1 hour and I'm waking up again and I'm, and it appears that it wasn't affecting me because I wake up and I'm full of laugh and I'm going on. I'm thinking, this surely does not feel right. So I began to say to myself that my body rests. I began to say things. There's a particular scripture in the Bible that I said that he giveth his beloved rest, and I said I'm his beloved, so I rest, I sleep, I rest. I started listening to messages on rest. In fact, there was one preached by I would say or mine, but anyway, the church I attend, the founder, rest and receive. I literally was meditating and listening to it over and over again. In fact, I can preach that message the amount of time, but all I was doing was trying to create another world for myself and giving myself an opportunity to relax. And so based on that right now, the point I'm talking about is learn to relax. So tell yourself, how can I learn to relax? What are the things I need to do to prepare myself to relax? Your goal is to lower your heart rate and blood pressure while also reducing muscle tension. So please learn to relax. Find what works for you. For everyone is different. For me, most of my relaxation is watching movies. Another relaxation for me is talking. I enjoy talking, I must say. It's like a no-brainer. But watching movie definitely. So when I tell people I watch a movie every day or every other day, people wonder how, because I am learning to relax. I'm doing the things that I know will calm me down, because I need my mental well-being to be intact. And then make sleep a priority. You know, remember I said to you that I didn't sleep, and I began to start creating the environment for me to sleep. So apart from my confession and my words of affirmation that I was saying to myself, every time that I felt like, I don't know if you're like me, you're walking and you feel like your eyes is closing, I say it's time to sleep. I just close whatever it is I'm doing and I have it. It could be a power nap, it could be 15 minutes, it could be 1 hour, but I maximize that time. Before I will fight my way, I will probably say, okay, let's go get a cup of coffee. I probably will walk around, do some bit of exercise, you know, let's do it. Now I don't do that again. If my body says, Toks, it's time to relax, I stop what I'm doing, I close my eyes and I sleep. Hi, Refills Automobile, good evening. We're talking about anxiety is mental health Awareness Week, and I've just been having us a conversation about anxiety, which is the theme for this week. I've started this conversation on Monday, I had a guest, on Tuesday I had a guest, and today is just me sharing some lifestyle and home remedies for anxiety. So please let me know in the comment section if you've suffered from anxiety before. How did you manage it? You know, what are you doing differently right now? Please do share in the comment section. I would love to read from you. So I've shared a few points and I'll just quickly run through it for your benefit, Refills. Keep physically active, avoid alcohol and recreational drugs, because the reason for that is that if you're anxious, they would worsen anxiety. So that's why you need to stop it. And if you need help, you seek help for that. Quit smoking. Discuss your concerns. Use stress management and relaxation technique. And I said examples of that is like visualization technique. You could do meditation, you could do yoga as well. These are very, very good relaxation techniques that can ease anxiety. I also talked about learn to relax. And I was talking about making sleep a priority when you join. It's important. Do what you can to make sure you are getting enough sleep to feel rested. If you aren't sleeping well, see your doctor. Get help. You need to. Like I said, for myself, I made confirmations, and every time that I felt my body was telling me something, I listened. I did not fight my body. If I sense, because you will know, trust me, if you're listening to your body, it tells you per time, per season, how it is feeling and when it needs help. Sometimes you're thirsty. Rather than drink water, you go and drink, you make a cup of tea. But see, all those things like that, try to drink a lot of water. It clears toxin from our body. I'm learning to drink water and I'm loving it, and I'm grateful because for many years, I did not drink water. I could not drink water. I'm one of those people. But now I'm grateful. I'm glad to say that I can drink water. So the last one on my list here is eat healthy. Yes, you heard me right. Eat healthy. And a good place to start is with your 5 a day fruits and vegetables. So there are lots of fruit out there, and the shops, thank God for that. So you are not bound by a particular one, so you can change them and shuffle them as much as you like. So I have some bananas here because I always have a fruit of bowl in my living room. So in case you're wondering, so that is an orange. I love kiwis, and kiwis are good, full of vitamin C as well, very, very good, as well as oranges as well. Banana is good after an exercise, very, very good banana. I have apple as well right here, just to give you, I think those are the fruits I have in my bowl. In my fridge, I know I have, I bought grapes yesterday, and I also had blueberries. Blueberries are very good as well, antioxidant, rich in antioxidant. So I'm sharing all of this to say this. Start from where you are. You don't have to be massive. If you can start, you can't say, Toks, I can have 5 fruits. Start with 1 and then increase it. When you're having your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, try to incorporate a fruit. Try to incorporate a salad, a bowl of salad here, and do lettuce. If you like the broccolis and the cauliflowers and all that, incorporate them into your meals. In fact, some of them can be made into flours, and you can make them like a solid, and you can have them with stew. So just be creative with your food. So eat healthy. Healthy eating, such as focusing on vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and fish, may be linked to reduce anxiety. But more research, is being carried out on that. But you can't go wrong with healthy living. So I hope with these few points, that I've been able to help you to, look in the direction that would help you with anxiety. And There is no way to predict for certain what causes someone to develop an anxiety disorder. This is basically information on my research on the internet that I'm saying to you. But you can take steps to reduce the impact of the symptoms if you are anxious. And so get help early. Very, very important. Start early. Anything, they always say, whatever it is, sickness, health-wise, is the earlier it is diagnosed, the better it is, the quicker it is for them to get response and treatment and all of that. So get help early, stay active, then avoid alcohol and drug use. Those will just flare it up, and you don't want that to be the case. So that's all I have time for this beautiful evening. I hope you found that of value. When you're catching this replay, please let me know what stood out for you and which one you will be practicing. So till I come again tomorrow, when I have another guest at 7:15 tomorrow. 7:15 is the time tomorrow. I have Coach Steph with me. Yes, Coach Steph is going to be with me tomorrow, and we'll be having a conversation again about anxiety. I'm sharing this on YouTube as well, so if you want to share with friends, family that you believe will be of value, please do me the honors and do that. As always, my name is Omowunmi, also known as Toks, and I've been your host on this Mental Health Awareness Week, where I have been talking about anxiety. Till I come back again, you take care and God bless. Remember, it is time to rest. Remember, it is time to put yourself first. Remember, your health, your mental health is important, so take it seriously. God bless you. Bye. Thank you, Lala Fabric, and thank you, Refillis, for joining me live. I appreciate it. Take care.